What's up, everybody? This is RTG, and welcome to Vein. Today I will be talking about Vein's most recent hotfix. It is HotFix 0.022, and I'll be getting into that. But first, I want to shout out our most recent subscriber. That is, I'm Just a Vibe, baby. That is the most recent subscriber. So what's up? I'm Just a Vibe, baby. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. I hope to see you soon. I will be doing cooking this episode too. I'm going to go over some of the basics, like things you need, some things you don't need, some things you might want to start picking up early game to make sure you have, and stuff like that. I also might do some looting. One big thing we need, which I'll get into here later, is cooking oil. We need that. But first, let's go ahead and talk hotfix. I mean, my bro's living life right now in the apocalypse. Got his gaming console, his TV, microwave, mini fridge, a little like Game Boy. Got his radio over there, dude. He's set. Got his fan, hat rack, time, and his workbench. It's just perfect. So note number one, they added an add remove abandoned utility cabinets button to the admin menu. Number two, greatly improve performance around your base. Number three, fix autosaves, possibly triggering when doing a manual save. Oh, that has actually affected me. Fix weather particles, snow, rain, not falling in the correct location in third person. TV file picker now includes WebM files. TV light projection is now colored. They fixed the drying racks, always making 10 of whatever you put in. They fixed the clock use icon. A prevent zombies from spawning in the sky if you are no clipping very high. Fix not having standard corpse options on animals. Ooh, that might be a big one because I've been wanting that. New weather effects. If time is not running, utility cabinets do not consume resources. Exploit fix in multiplayer prevents utility cabinets from staggering. And then many crash fixes. So this was a small update. You know, you can't expect nothing too major, but it was some much needed things for sure. I will leave the link to the game in the description below in case you're interested in checking it out. Alright, I'm going to take off this helmet. I just didn't want my mess of a hair to scare people away on the intro, you know. Oh, I didn't want to pick that up. Oh well. So to start, I suppose, let me get in first person. Your oven needs to be connected to power. And most importantly, you need these for cooking dishes. You got your sauce pot, your oven dish, your large cooking pot, and the cast iron pan. The cast iron pan can double as a weapon, and same with the sauce pot. Next thing you want to do is grab your ingredients. So we have a lot of stuff here. I'm just going to put an assorted amount of stuff. Actually, I don't know if you can boil carrots. Let me take the corn. Take some soup, some canned tuna, canned peas. This stuff doesn't take as long to cook versus maybe the seared meat, which we will get into here in a moment. Oh yeah, I did pick up all these good MREs. I'm so happy about that. Sure, let's take a couple onions. Let's go ahead and take our bag of flour, see what we can do with that maybe. And let's grab our meat. And also, most importantly, we need cooking oil for this meat. And this is literally all that I have left. It's kind of a bummer. So now what we'll do is add our water. You know, that amount of water is probably fine. We'll keep the whiskey. We'll add all of those. Oh, we can take the magazine. And let's see what we can cook real quick. So we have boiled corn, buttered corn, because we have butter. I would like to do something like with bread and butter, or you know what? There's strawberry jam in here, I'm pretty sure. Or some type of jam in one of these. Ah, fresh. I mean, man, this one is a little bit worse. Let's go ahead and take it. Take a sugar bag, a tea box, tortilla box. So let's go ahead and put this stuff in there. Maybe we can cook more things. Doesn't look like it. So like, how do I add the jam to bread? You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to use this stuff. Vegetable fat, a wad of veggie fat. Doesn't taste great on its own, but might have other uses. Really? What could you use that for? Interesting. Okay, so I'm getting a little off track. Let's go ahead and we'll do a boiled corn. Looks like butter is the only other thing we can use butter for. Canned peas, cooked tuna. Sure, let's do a fried fish. We'll do a fried meat. And then the rest seared meat, which is a lot. But we kind of have to get the cooking done, and we got a lot of time today. And vegetable fat. Let's go ahead and make that just to see what it does. I have no idea. And we got to turn on the stove. I have had it happen before where a horde started in the middle of cooking, and I think that was actually off camera, but it definitely burnt the meat that I had on there. The seared meat definitely takes the slowest to cook, which is why the cooking oil is so important. A pizza? I need tomatoes and cheese and I can make a pizza? What? The cooking is somewhat elaborate in this game. I do enjoy it. It does take a little bit of time, as you can see. You know, like in-game minutes, probably like 20 minutes plus, depending on which item you're cooking. We'll time the buttered corn, see how well that does. And we should have used all the things that we need. Oh, I put large soda bottle in there. Take that out. So I couldn't do nothing with the tortilla box. Yeah, and see, there's still some of this stuff I really need to look into too. So buttered corn should go faster. Let's see. Let me turn on my phone. There we go. It's at 30%. Yeah, this one's going kind of quick. So using buttered and the cooking oil definitely makes it go quicker. So early game, I wish I would have grabbed more cooking oil out of kitchens. For weight purposes, I was just leaving it out because I felt like I was coming across it a lot and I didn't want to keep just adding fluids to each other and yada yada. And so now, I mean, I've had a good amount of cooking oil, but I could have had a lot more had I started picking it up sooner on. And during this time, if you have laundry to do, might be a good idea to do your laundry. Let's see, that's 24% dirty, 24, 24. So these are definitely dirty. Let's go ahead and see how dirty these are. These are all pretty dirty too. Let's put those in there. And these are going to be dirty now. I'm not wearing them, that's why. Oh, they're all locked. There we go. Let's check our food. I'm really heavy now because I took my bag off. It's at 60%. Let's go ahead and wash ourselves so when we put our clothes back on, we don't re-dirty our clothes because that is how it goes. So as you can see, the seared meat, we started it at like 324, and we'll see how long it takes to get to the top. I did put in a load of laundry because when you're cooking and things take a while, this is just something you could do that's semi-productive. All right, so it just finished and it was at 357. So it went from 324 to 357, almost like a half hour. Just over a half hour of time. That's pretty long. It makes me not want to cook that. This actually takes even longer. Yeah, we're not going to cook that. I'll go ahead and finish these off, and then I will let you guys know when I'm done. And I suppose we'll go loot. I want to loot residential houses for the most part right now because we need the cooking oil. I'd really like to have a little stock of cooking oil going into winter. Side note, we do have a perk that we can look at real quick. Another good thing to do while you're cooking. It's our electrical we got. It's at 57 now, which is awesome. Let's see what we can get. Overcharge. Batteries in your inventory drain half as fast. I like that. Rubber fingers. Reduces incoming electrician damage by 25%. I mean, it's never really affected us. Losing just a very insignificant amount of health is not really a big deal. Doesn't seem to be. Skill books give one extra stat level. I think batteries in your inventory drain half as fast is pretty decent. The less work we have to do with things, especially the little things, the better. More time we can save. That's definitely like a long-term play. Alright, so now it's finished. Let's see what time it is. All that food took from pretty much, you could probably say like 3 p.m., 2:30 p.m., all the way to almost 7:30. So it takes a minute. Let's go ahead and appropriately sort our food. Oh yeah, much better. Let's see how much cooking oil we got. Let's go ahead and start combining them. Nice. So it looks like we possibly at least got 2 full containers on this trip. Oh, just over 2, looks like. 3 full containers of 33, just over 33 fluid ounces. And then one's at 26, so almost 4. Oh, dude, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of these. Do I have any empty ones in here? We do. Let's take those. And we'll save a couple just in case we actually come across cooking oil. We'll have something to put them in. And oh yeah, we have this one. So yeah, let me put this over here. How much is in here? 5. It'll almost, literally almost. Finally, the rain stopped. This episode will probably run a little short. The main thing I wanted to talk about was the HotFix update. And I did need to get some cooking done, which thankfully we got a good amount done. And we ran out of cooking oil, so we went out and we were able to get a decent amount more. I mean, it'll be able to last us, and if I go out again, we will be able to just get more cooking oil and really add to that if I don't use it as much. I did spend the time while cooking as well, stocking up the utility cabinets, making sure those were good, at least for now. As you can see, this one has 24 hours. I suppose that's good. It doesn't seem like we get too much more than that. Oh, it looks like this one's 24 hours. Let's check this one again. 52. So I need to find a way to organize this a bit better to maximize the weight and hour they can be used. So I'm not wasting like so much resources potentially, because I feel like, I mean, not really wasting resources, but wasting space. You know, for example, the iron scrap uses 11 every 4 hours and there's 566. Wood scrap uses 42 every 4 hours and there's 577. So realistically, there should be a significantly amount more of wood scrap than iron, especially because iron weighs more. I think a bundle of 100, it weighs, yeah, 20 more pounds. So that's pretty significant. So we'll get those sorted out eventually. It's working for now, you know. And even though these have said like 17 hours or something like that, I've still left the base, slept somewhere, came back, and been just fine. One thing I will add is this one started picking up resources. Must be some of the newer stuff we've built, I imagine. But luckily, we literally had this stuff in here, and it just was able to go on its own, and I didn't have to put anything into it, luckily, because then things probably would have started respawning because I wouldn't have realized it. In the next episode, we'll probably find a few good locations for loot, kind of like we did in the previous episode. I did kind of just stumble across those. My main focus was to go to the cave, and when I got to the cave, I got a little bit freaked out, so I did other things and looted the surrounding area, and boy, oh boy, was that some good stuff. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, game on.